Hey everyone! Did you know that up to 50% of people identify as introverts? And get this, studies show that introverts not only prefer solitude, but also reap a ton of benefits from it. I mean, they're basically supercharging their minds in the same way others need a social battery recharge. So while the world is busy promoting extroverted behavior as the right way to thrive, today we're diving into 10 ways introverts thrive alone. And trust me, if you're introverted or know someone who is, you'll be surprised at how solitude can actually be a secret weapon for success. Let's face it, introverts sometimes get a bad rap for wanting to spend time alone. People often assume that if you're by yourself, you must be lonely, antisocial, or just plain weird. But in reality, introverts flourish in solitude. It's where their creativity, focus, and personal growth reach new heights. While extroverts gain energy from social interaction, introverts are charging up in quiet moments. So today we're flipping the script on the idea that being alone is a weakness. Let's talk about how it could be a massive advantage. Here's the problem. Society tends to glamorize extroversion. We're told that to be successful, you need to be outgoing, constantly networking, and surrounded by people. The idea of solitude, well, that's often seen as isolation or even a sign of weakness. And for introverts, this can be exhausting. They're constantly pressured to fit into a mold that doesn't match their natural tendencies. But here's the truth. Being alone doesn't mean you're at a disadvantage. It means you've got the space to focus on the things that truly matter to you. Let's break down the 10 ways introverts actually thrive when they're on their own. Number 1, deep focus. Introverts are masters of deep focus. When they're alone, they can tune out distractions and dive into their work, whether it's a creative project, solving a problem, or learning something new. Research shows that introverts often perform better in environments where they can concentrate uninterrupted. So while extroverts are bouncing between conversations, introverts are getting things done and at a higher quality too. Number 2, enhanced creativity. Some of the most creative minds in history were introverts. Think Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, and Warren Buffett. Why? Because solitude is a breeding ground for creativity. Without the noise and distractions of constant social interactions, introverts have the space to let their imaginations run wild. Ever have your best ideas come to you in the shower or when you're on a quiet walk? That's the power of alone time. Number 3, self-awareness and reflection. Introverts thrive on introspection. They're naturally inclined to reflect on their thoughts and emotions, which leads to a deep sense of self-awareness. This can be a huge advantage in personal growth. While others may be too caught up in the hustle and bustle of social life, introverts are busy getting to know themselves better, setting personal goals, and mapping out how to achieve them. Number 4, recharge and rejuvenate. Here's one that might sound familiar. After a long day of work or socializing, introverts need time alone to recharge. It's like hitting the reset button. Where extroverts may feel depleted without interaction, introverts gain energy from solitude. This time alone isn't just a break, it's necessary for them to maintain their mental and emotional well-being. It's how they stay grounded and avoid burnout. Number 5, thoughtful decision-making. Ever notice how introverts seem to have a knack for making well-considered decisions? That's because they take the time to think things through. Alone time gives them the chance to weigh options carefully, analyze situations from multiple angles, and avoid impulsive choices. So while extroverts might rush to conclusions, introverts are quietly making smarter, more thoughtful moves. Number 6, deeper relationships. This one might surprise you, but introverts often form deeper, more meaningful connections with people. How? By spending time alone. They gain clarity about who truly matters in their lives and develop strong, authentic relationships. They're not about small talk or surface-level interactions. They crave genuine, heartfelt connections. And guess what? When they do engage, they bring their full, undivided attention to the table. Number 7, better problem-solving skills. Introverts tend to be analytical thinkers, and solitude provides the perfect environment for dissecting complex problems. Without distractions, they could break down challenges step by step, often coming up with creative solutions that others might miss. When you're alone, you're free to experiment with different approaches without external pressure. It's like giving your brain the breathing room it needs to figure things out. Number 8, time for personal projects. You know that hobby you've been meaning to start or that side project you keep putting off? Introverts excel in carving out time for their personal interests. Alone time gives them the opportunity to pursue passion projects without interruptions. Whether it's painting, writing, or starting a new business venture, solitude allows introverts to dedicate themselves fully to what lights them up. This focus on personal growth is something many overlook in the pursuit of socializing. Number 9, emotional stability. Introverts are often more in tune with their emotions because they take time to process how they feel. Instead of reacting impulsively to situations, they reflect and respond thoughtfully. This emotional intelligence allows them to handle stress, conflict, and challenges with grace. Alone time acts like a buffer. It lets them sort through their emotions and approach life with calm and clarity. Number 10, increased productivity. Solitude is a productivity booster for introverts. When left alone, they're not distracted by small talk, social gatherings, or other people's demands. They can hunker down and make serious progress on their goals, whether it's working from home or simply having quiet time to focus. Introverts often get more done in less time than their extroverted counterparts. Less talking, more doing. That's the introvert way. Here's the key insight that really ties all of this together. Solitude isn't just a luxury for introverts. It's their superpower. Society might tell you you need to be constantly engaging with others to succeed, but the truth is, there's immense power in quiet moments. As an introvert, you don't need to conform to the extroverted ideal of success. By embracing your natural inclination for alone time, you're giving yourself the freedom to think deeply, create meaningfully, and build the life you truly want. And here's a personal story. I used to think my introversion was holding me back because I wasn't as outgoing as my peers. But once I started embracing my alone time and using it for reflection, creativity, and personal growth, I realized just how powerful it could be. My productivity skyrocketed, my relationships deepened, and most importantly, I became more aligned with who I really am. So let's recap the 10 ways introverts thrive alone. Deep focus, enhanced creativity, self-awareness, recharging, thoughtful decision-making, deeper relationships, better problem-solving, personal projects, emotional stability, and increased productivity. Solitude isn't something to avoid. It's something to embrace, especially if you're an introvert. By recognizing the strengths that come with alone time, you can unlock a whole new level of personal growth and success. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite way to spend time alone? And how do you think it helps you thrive? Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and make sure to check out my other videos on personal development. As always, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.